Morning, everybody. I'm going to try to get a better representation of the leather on the Malden after I wrecked it on purpose. I have a new phone now, so hopefully the quality will be better. And I have a few other things to talk about, but I don't know what any other Maldens look like because I don't live near a store. But I do know from pictures, a lot of times they're shiny and glossy, like these extra leather pieces. And people seem to really love them. And I can see why. This would probably be really pretty for a whole binder. From what I've read, the gray ones are not like this. And I don't know whether it has to do with the dyeing process, or maybe they're made in different facilities and have access to different things. I don't know, but this really looked like a cheesy leather, not leather, a cheesy vinyl couch. And so I did all the things that I talked about in my last video, and it looks so much better. There still is somewhat of a shine because I am constantly conditioning it. When I had the Malden before, I mean, it was impervious to everything, and now it's definitely more, I mean, it looks like a bomber jacket to me, and I really like that. It's really nice. It still has somewhat of a shine, but a natural shine, not a sprayed on shine. I started to do also the inside, which I hadn't done, and it looks really nice as well. The back looks great. But it was starting to get full, and I needed to archive it. I've been trying to find an archiving solution for quite a while, and with Filofaxes being so popular, I'm just priced out. I can't. Even the domino on the Filofax site is $50. I think they have one A5 size, one A5 color left, and that's black, which would be great for archiving, but $50 is a lot for a storage binder, and the prices are just crazy on eBay for the same reason. So I was looking for a good solution, and because I know I can just use the the big round rings, but then everything flops around, and I don't really like that. So on the Filofax site, they had what was listed as a storage binder. This is the A5 size. It's like a heavy vinyl, report cover, basically, which I don't mind. I like the lettering is in silver. I think it actually looks really nice. The problem with it is, I thought it was going to be like the Franklin Covey archiving binders, which have just plain vinyl cheap covers with enormous rings. And when I got it and opened it, it's not even close. There are pegs, and they fit through the middle holes, which makes it really hard because as I put things in, the dates, I can't put them in so the dates go back. I have to put them in so that the newest date is forward, and that's awkward for archiving. If I need something from the back, everything has to come off of these pegs. And so that doesn't even make it good for storing unused inserts, which was my plan, because then I have to take everything out to get what I want. But the worst thing is the pegs are topped by a snap, which is attached to the cover, so it doesn't even really open. You know, I mean, I thought that this was going to work for me, and the A5 size is $18. The personal size is less. I think it's $15. They're also on the UK website, and there's a little tag you can take out. I mean, I thought on a shelf these would look really, really nice for my archived pages, but this is sort of an $18 disaster for me. So I just posted on Planner Piece and Filofaxy on Facebook, and I'm going to see if anybody has another solution. I linked this there and also linked to something else. I was thinking about that there's a seller who sells on Etsy and eBay, which is basically aluminum covers and the big giant round rings. But everything's going to still flop around that way. I really wanted a binder. Okay, so I have a couple things to do today. May try to attach all the videos together, or I may upload them separately. I'm not 100% sure yet. But if anybody's got any ideas, please let me know. I would really appreciate it. I was planning on doing a flip through in an archive situation, but obviously I couldn't do that because I don't have an archive situation. This is late November to December, and I end up with a lot of pages because I write everything I feel like writing down during the day. It just helps me remember. It's part of what I do, and it works for me, even though it's repetitive. So I use different kinds of middle pages. This came out of a JetPens Campus notebook. I also used Filofax paper, and I just got some of the Filofax graph paper again to see if I like that better. And I put whatever I feel like on these pages, really. I put a lot of things inside the rings, which is part of why I'm having an archiving situation now. In order to keep these intact, I need a ring, some ring thing to archive my old pages if I want to keep these. Yeah, I could tape them in, but I'm not doing that because taping is kind of an issue. So anyway, so here's my my pages from November and December. I wanted to show the artwork again because so many people have asked me about it. It's a combination of watercolor pencils, some watercolor, although it's a little wet for using on planner pages, marker, you know, ink pen, whatever I happen to have in the color that I need, and also some of my Instagram photos as a way of keeping them. This was one of my first ones. I like that one a lot. And I was pretty busy around the holidays, so there was a lot of writing. There wasn't a lot of things I absolutely had to do, and I usually put them in here. Here's another watercolor pencil drawing. trying to use inserts I haven't used, so I'm using some of the family pack. This was a party insert, shopping list. This was my Christmas week drawing. Again, that was the watercolor pencils. This is a card Stephanie sent me. These are the watercolors I just got. Not sure if I would recommend them yet. The colors are really nice. It was a big set, but they're not as creamy as the other ones I have, which they also don't seem to be as pigmented. And I'll show you the problem with that. Last year, I started to I can't find it. Mark off dates in my calendar, and this is pretty much complete, and I don't know how I feel about that. I kind of wanted to look back and think about all I accomplished, but I don't really feel like I accomplished that much. And I did the same thing here. This was the Ordning and Rita planner. They had a name day insert, and so I marked all the days off there, and I'm getting the same feeling like I need to be better at setting goals if I want to look back and see things that I've accomplished. So this was December. This was the month on 2 pages, and like I said, this isn't really necessary to my planning, but I'm certainly having a lot of fun with it. I do these little baby watercolors in the squares, on days it snowed and things like that. I'm enjoying doing this, and the Ordning and Rita paper is really pretty amazing. This was something I worked on, and it came through, and it was a mess, but if there's not a lot of working or overworking, these really work good. That was my pear, and this is my January border that I drew. Just did a winter scene. I tried to do another winter scene, but I found out it's very hard to do a night scene. I need a little practice with that. I've been doing my drawings in my Midori with Midori's sketch insert, which has heavier paper, and I just wanted to go through that because I never have. I've posted some of the pictures, but never really went through it. And these were my first little attempts at little ink and watercolor designs. This isn't really like an art journal where I'm trying to make finished pictures. I'm really using it to learn how to do more. So I did some highlighting pictures, like, just fruit and vegetables and things. These were with the watercolor pencil. I mean, they're pretty amazing, and for the most part, nothing comes through the back. I do have a couple of pictures where I worked and worked and worked, and it was a mess on the back. And then I decided to draw some planners because they're around. Obviously need some work with perspective. I started working on trying to do realistic, facial features, and they came out really good, I think. Much better than I am at perspective. Did some figure drawing. Another eye. I need more work with I need more work in that area. So I'm sort of moving on from individual body parts to bigger sections. This was something that I did with the watercolor pencils, and I actually ended up really liking this. Didn't like this very much at first, which I need to remember because I give up really fast sometimes. This was my perspective work. Working on some tree designs, for the tops of those. These are just quick. This was another perspective exercise with limited success. But you can see if you work over and over and over, even on this paper, which is really pretty thick, it comes through. Even several pages come through. And this was another one I started. This one really isn't done, but I'm a little afraid to continue because it's already coming through the back. So I wanted to show my pages from November into December when I switched to this planner, and also the little artworks I'm working on. And I'm not sure if there's going to be another one. I'm having a real issue uploading from my iPhone 5, and it's really time consuming. It's driving me crazy, but so I'm not sure if there's going to be another one. If not, I'm just going to attach this one to the first one and put it up. And we're going to the vet today again. Poor guy. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a great day.